Hey, what's going on, fam? It is moving day. It is moving day. Now, not your typical moving day. We're just heading over about 150 yards, maybe 200 yards. One of the premium spaces became available. These standing spaces have gotten very crowded over the past couple of days. And so we decided to take advantage of it, at least for our last 3 or 4 days here. But I wanted to share something with you guys, something that happened today. Now, on moving days, I don't care if we're going 200 miles or 200 yards, I always want to check my equipment out. And so this morning I was pulling out my weight distribution system and everything and my bars, and I saw this. Now, this bolt is a very, very important part of my weight distribution system. I'm finna get real technical here, y'all. But the weight distribution system, basically, that's what keeps the back of the truck from sagging when you're carrying a pretty heavy load. And as I said before, Mercy's a pretty big girl, so I would have been sagging a bit without a weight distribution system. And it's always safer to drive level. You don't want to be sagging because some wheels are not going to be touching the ground fully. It might make braking more difficult. Okay, so that's it for that. So I don't know how this bolt, the nut that comes on the top of this came off, but it's off. So I decided to go to Lowe's this morning. And let me tell you what, so I walk into the store. A gentleman meets me there. Say, "Hi, good morning, sir. What can I help you find?" Well, I said, I need a nut to go at the end of this. He takes it, all right, let's go find that. So he asked me some questions about it. He said, "What's it for?" So I said, well, it's a very important part of my RV hitch system. And somehow it vibrated loose and the nut fell off. He said, "Ooh, so you need a nut with a nylon insert." Never heard of it before. He said, "Yeah, it's like a little rubberized ring on the inside of the nut that keeps vibration from loosening the nut." I said, "Absolutely, that's what I need." He takes me over there. He goes through 3 or 4 drawers. He finds it, tests it out, gets a pack out for me and said, "Here you go, sir." I said, "Thank you very much." He said, "You have some safe travels out there." Wow. Great start. I go to the register. The guy sees my little U.S. Army shirt. He said, "You probably got a military discount, right?" I said, "Yes, I do." Now keep in mind that these nuts only cost $1.50. He says, "Go and get yourself for that military discount. 15% is 15%, sir, right?" And you know me, frugal man, frugal RVer. 15% is 15% off. So we got it. So now I have the nut that I need for the end of my weight distribution bolt, with a nylon insert to keep it from vibrating off. It should have came with that. I don't know who made my weight distribution system, but the bolt should have had a vibration proof nylon insert on there so it won't vibrate loose. Hey, but that's a great morning. I felt so good leaving out of there. So now I'm a Lowe's guy. You know, I always go like Home Depot, Lowe's, same thing. Nope, I'm a Lowe's guy. This is not a paid ad. This is not an advertisement. I just want to share what happened with me this morning. So we're gonna go ahead and get set up, and we're gonna move to our new premium spot, and then we'll show you around once we get there. All right, fam. Hey, what's going on, fam? So as you can see, we have moved and we are all set up. We've got great views of the mountains, got plenty of space. Now we are closer to the road, so I'm gonna be competing with the traffic noise, but it's worth it. So I wanna share an interesting interaction that happened this morning. Another one, other than the Lowe's situation. This was very different. So we were leaving our spot. Now we had until 12 o'clock to vacate the spot. So at around 10:30, we get a knock on the door. We don't know anybody in the area. So I go answer the door, and there was a person there, and he said, "Are you guys moving down to that premium spot today?" I said, why, yes, we are. He said, oh, okay, because I'm in a premium spot right now and I tried to extend and they said there's no more premium spots available. So I'm probably gonna be taking your current spot, our old spot, small spot, our cramped spot. I said, okay, yeah, but once the people leave at that premium spot, we'll get out of your hair and you'll be able to come over here and set up. And then he just kind of like looked at me like, don't you get it? He's like, well, I'm all hooked up right now. I said, okay. And he said, so how long is your rig? Strange question. I said 36 feet. He said, oh, mine is 43. And that's when it dawned on me. He wanted our premium spot. He was hoping that since we were already set up in the old spot and that his rig is being bigger than ours, that we would allow him to get this new open big spot and just stay where we were. As you can see, that did not work. And then Peggy brought on something interesting that I did not even think about. How did he know that we were going to be moving to that spot? So obviously, he went to the office and they told him, yeah, the people that's currently in this spot are moving to that premium spot. And so once they move, you can get their spot. I don't know how I feel about them telling somebody to where he's able to come knock on our door. I don't know. The word that came to my mind was audacity, because that was clearly the goal, the point. Was I supposed to be the good neighbor and say, well, since your rig is bigger than ours, you go ahead and get the premium spot, and since we're still set up, we're just going to stay here for the remainder of the time? No. We've been wanting to get out, stretch our legs a little bit. The spot we were in, people split those spots. They share one spot, so it's 2 rigs per spot. And every spot around us was taken, so we really had no room to just have any kind of privacy outdoors. But now we got an end spot, a premium spot. If you come to Hill Air Force Base, make sure you try to get between spots 32 and 42. Yeah, try to get one of those premium spots if you can. But I just wanted to share that story with you. Thoughts?
Good morning, family.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So listen, y'all. I just came back. Look, I hit 10,000 steps today. Haven't been able to do that. I've been walking every day. And today, your girl hit 10,500 steps. Exactly when I got back to the front door, I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so happy. That was good for me, right? Because I've been getting like 8,500 steps every day. And I'm like, man, I could never make it to 10,000 in my little walk it out routine. So today I picked up a new area. It is beautiful. I want to show you guys some of the really nice sights that I see on this new walk that I picked up. So I'm gonna probably make a short next week or something just to show y'all that. But anyway, I have been telling Donald I'm on TikTok all the time because I like watching the videos. So look, I'm on TikTok and I ran across this lady who was making a funnel cake. Now, I don't even like funnel cake, but they looked so good that I wanted to make funnel cake. So I went to the store yesterday and I come home and I tell Donald, I'm like, don't you want funnel cake? He was like, no, baby. I was like, yes, you do. You getting a funnel cake? I just want to make it. Will you try it?
Yeah, of course I will.
See,
What I gotta do?
Just eat.
Okay.
But listen, I don't like sweets that much. So I want him to try it, but I want to try it too, right? So I was like, oh, you know what would make it better? If I went and got like some strawberry preserves and chopped up some strawberries and all that stuff and put on top. And he was like, I don't want all that. Just make the funnel cake. That's how you said it. How did you say it, player?
I said, I don't need all that fancy stuff.
Okay, so he said he don't need all the fancy stuff, right? So anyway, he doesn't want all that. He just wants the funnel cake and he wants the powder on it, right? But let me tell you, listen, I don't know what I did with my what do you call it, the sifter, my flour sifter, right? Because that's how you're supposed to put the flour on, right? Unless I'm gonna be like Salt Bae and put it on like that, right? Right. But anyway, so I went to the commissary to find a flour sifter, or a sifter, if you will. I went to buy a sifter. Went to get the sifter, and they want what, $12.87. Listen, they had a plastic sifter. It looked like a plunger, and they wanted like $12.87. I was like, the devil's a lie. I'm not paying all of that. So then I went over to, no, that was Avis that had it for like $12. So I went over to the commissary, and theirs was like $7.85. And I'm like, that's still too much for a sifter when I could just take myself to the dollar store. So that's what I did. I went to the dollar store. I found me a little sifter. See how I always got to go around the block to get to the story. So anyway, we decided that we haven't done a cook with us inside the RV in a long time, or just anywhere. So we're gonna try. Now if it's a fail, it's okay. If it's a fail, because this is my first time ever making funnel cake. Because even when I was younger, when you would go to, like, we would call them carnivals, that would come to your town, and you could win those little funny looking bottles. It looked like they had melted the neck part of the bottle and stuff like that, right? And then they would have like the candy apples and stuff like that, until I learned how to make the candy apples myself. But I used to love when the little carnival would come to town, all the different rides and stuff like that.
See, in South Carolina, we call it the State Fair. We used to, every year around October, the South Carolina State Fair would show up.
Okay.
And we would catch the city bus over to the State Fair. But see, they didn't have funnel cakes with us. They had something called elephant ears. It was basically the same kind of thing. It's a large, doughy, it looked like, what's that, naan bread? It looks like naan bread. It looked like naan bread, okay. Like fried donut kind of thing.
Was it good though?
It was delicious. It cost like $2 though. This is like 35, 40 years ago. $2 was a lot of money. So but we used to beg our dad, like, come on, Dad, $2. We'll share. And then they go buy us a $2 elephant ear.
Elephant ear. Have y'all heard of an elephant?
I guarantee you, if they from like South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina area, 'cause that's where the State Fair used to travel around and stuff, they heard of an elephant ear. That's what they've heard of. I feel very confident. Please don't make a liar out of me. I know somebody gonna put in the comments.
Ain't nobody
remember.
No elephant ear.
Yeah, elephant ear.
But we never called it, because I lived in the city of St. Louis, right?
Yeah, City 5.
So I gotta be City 5? But listen, I lived in the city of St. Louis, so we just used to call it a carnival. And they would pick like a nice, you know how some houses got knocked down or a business got knocked down and it's a parking lot, and they just come in. They would just come in and make a carnival, and we used to love it too. Like when they put one up by the school one year, I was in grade school. I think I was like in 7th grade or something. Okay. And I went before school. Right. Hey. I went before school because school started at that time. I think like 8:30 or something like that, and it was open. Right. So I won one of the little bottles with the funny necks. Right. Yeah. And I had to hide it because I wasn't supposed to be at the carnival, right? So I hid it in my room until after the carnival so my mother wouldn't say nothing. And as soon as I was able to pull it out and put it out on display, I broke the doggone neck. I was like...
The only thing I ever won at the State Fair was like a Michael Jackson mirror. It was a mirror, but it had like paint on it. And it was like Michael Jackson holding his hat or a glove or something like that. And
You was finna break down for us, please?
yeah, I was finna do it. I ain't gonna do it though. Y'all don't want it. Y'all don't want it.
No, please.
They don't want it.
Please.
But anyhow, it was all kind of. See, the state fair is different from a carnival because we had like blue ribbon pigs and cows and horses and stuff like that too.
Now see, I ain't gonna even make fun of South Carolina right now. I ain't gonna do it. Because y'all know. Listen, y'all know Donald took me to, if you're an old timer, y'all know Donald took me to the zoo in South Carolina.
The South Carolina Riverbank Zoo.
Okay, and
that was a good zoo.
It was. They had chicken and cow in the display.
See, that's a totally different story. That's a totally different thing, though, because the state fair, you have judging competitions on what farm had the best animal.
No, player, we over here on this side. We talking about y'all zoo.
Oh.
We talking about y'all zoo. Look, when I walked around the corner, I said, "Is that a horse?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Wait, is that a cow?"
Is that a cow? Aren't those animals? Those zoos hold animals.
Not those kind of animals. And then went around the corner to the chicken coop. I was through.
I think they had pigs and goats too.
They
did. I know they had goats because Trey fed one. I know they had goats.
Now, see, in St. Louis, we have a place called Grant's Farm, right?
Yeah.
A farm. It's where farm animals go. Farm animals don't belong in the zoo. Now, listen, I hope
that's y'all opinion, and St. Louis is entitled to their opinion.
St. Louis has,
but animals.
Look, y'all can look us up, baby.
You can have butterflies in the zoo. You can have cows and goats in the zoo.
But those are exotic butterflies, baby. You can't just get them butterflies. Don't do it. Don't do it. Look, we do this all the time. Look, St. Louis got the. Look us up. Look us up.
St. Louis got a very good zoo.
No, it's one of the top in the world. I bet we up there in the top 5.
No, it might be in the top 10, but I can see that.
Well, where's South Carolina?
South Carolina's number 1.
They had to erase somebody.
Number 1.
South Carolina had to erase somebody's name and write their name in. Because y'all zoo ain't about that life. Y'all zoo ain't about that life. But anyway, y'all, listen. Your girl finna try these funnel cakes. I'm nervous, but I'm excited at the same time because I like trying something new. So let me get all of my ingredients together.
Hey, while you get your ingredients, I'm going to walk DJ real quick.
Well, go ahead and walk DJ.
We'll step out for a minute, fam.
Let DJ peek his head in and say
come on,
hey
DJ.
to the
Come
fam.
on, come here.
Listen, DJ has been loving Peggy.
DJ is Team Peggy, y'all. DJ, over there. Say hey.
Say hey to the fam, poo-poo.
Hey.
I'm not going to touch him because I'm getting ready to cook.
Yeah. What's that? Who's that over there? Who's that?
Poo-poo.
Look at this. Oh.
Look, I don't want him to lick my face. I'm going to tell you what DJ does every morning. And it just warms my heart because I ain't going to lie. I was like, this dog is infringing upon my territory. Right? But after Donald takes him for his walk and everything, DJ is actually putting himself in his night cage because he loves that fluffy blanket that we put in there. We bought him a new blanket. Yeah. He loves that blanket. If we could ever capture him fluffing it up and getting it just right for bed at night, I want to show it to you because it's amazing.
It is amazing.
So he opens the door. He don't use his hand, he uses his nose. And he'll open the door, let himself in, and he'll try to use his nose to close the door back. And I'm like, player, use your paw, player. But he won't use his paw. But I just think that is the sweetest little thing. Like when he gets sleepy, because we're out here watching TV, when he gets sleepy, he goes into his little kennel, fluffs, I can't say the word fluffs. He fluffs up his blanket, he gets inside, and he tries to shut the door. So we'll go ahead and shut the door for him. Now, Donald goes to bed before me because I kind of stay up late. And so I was up late last night and I dropped something. And it woke him up. And he looked at me like, you know how your mama tell you to get out the kitchen and turn all the lights off? He gave me that look like, why are you still up? Why are you still in here? Go to bed. But DJ is actually growing on me. So every morning when he get back from his walk, he runs straight over to me, because you know I'm be sitting over there watching TV, and I'll rub behind his ears and rub his head, move his little collar and rub, you know, that little flea collar he wears, and I'll rub all up under there, and he just be closing his eyes like, oh baby, that feel good. Do it some more, do it some more. And I just be rubbing and rubbing, and he fell in love. So every time DJ comes in the house from outside, he runs straight over to me and jump in my lap, because he wants me to massage him. And I'm like, come on, player. Now, I can't be massaging you all day, every day. But I think he's starting to like me a little bit. But anyway, let me get this stuff together, because I want to make this funnel cake so bad. So let me get all of my directions, and I mean all of my ingredients, and I'll be right back, fam. Okay. All right, guys, so I am back. Now, according to TikTok, you should use pancake mix that you only add water to. They don't want you to get the one that you got to add the butter and the milk and all that. The one that you just add butter, right? I got this from Walmart a while ago. This is some really good flavored vanilla flavoring. I love this. I use this in all my pound cakes, right? And of course you need the powdered sugar and just water, right? And so I'm going to mix it up in this bowl, in this cup right here, right? So I'm just going to mix it up with that. And look at my little cute sifter I got from the dollar store. They had bigger ones, but I didn't want to get the bigger one. I think this will be enough for what we're doing. You need your measuring cups and stuff like that. Now, listen. I got this because one girl used this cake decorating bag. She had a bag. She didn't have this one, but she had a bag. And so I was like, I'm at the $1.25 store. Might as well grab that too, right? So I'm going to use the biggest one, which is probably this one. Either these two. And just to see if it works. Now, let me start off by saying I don't feel too confident about this, y'all. I don't. But anyway, let's get started. So right here, we got 2 cups, because I went directly by the instructions on the box. So it says 2 cups of pancake mix and 1.5 cups of water. So that's what I'm adding to this. So let's go ahead and add the water.
I am stuck in the middle. Yeah, I'm stuck in between. I'm stuck in a position. I'm just a machine. So you're stuck in the middle, huh? I guess we're stuck in between. Life is a riddle, yeah. And I don't know what it means, no. This is what it feels like. But you're not alone, 'cause I'm just like you. Let's share out and hitchhike. There is nothing we can't do. Ooh, baby, as long as I got you. I'm gonna open up my eyes this time. Open my heart and do it with a smile. I'm gonna love, 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 love. Give me your love, 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 love. You're stuck in the middle. Yeah, you're stuck in between. Things can only get better if you know what I mean. Once in the air, you realize what you want, the things that you dream of, and the things that you don't know. This is what it feels like. But you're not alone, 'cause I'm just like you.
All right, fam. So this was my first try. I know the error of my ways, and so it'll be better next time. So I'm just going to show it to you guys again. It smells amazing.
It smells like
in
cake.
here.
It smells like, man, like a bakery or something.
right.
This is nice.
And so I know the girl said, don't put the powder on while it's piping hot. Let it cool off a little bit or it'll just glaze up. So there was a little piece on the side.
So it could be a little crunchy, right? Because it's kind of small.
Yeah, I'm good. Well, this is cooled off a lot.
Okay.
So let's go ahead. Look at Donald. He ready to pick it up with his bare hand. Pick it up. I can't take him nowhere.
Y'all know I wouldn't do that.
Oh, but the dough has a really good flavor.
I was about to bring off a little piece while you had your back turned.
That's a shame.
Sad but true.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and put some powdered sugar on. Oh, that's too much. You think that's too much?
No. That looks good right there. There y'all go, fam.
See, this is very messy. And I'm sitting up here, I'm cleaning up behind myself, but it's hard.
See, Peggy is a very,
I like to clean as I go.
Yeah, this is killing her.
But anyway, let's get into this funnel cake, Blair.
Let's get into this
Now,
funnel cake.
do you want a fork? Or you just want to break it off with your hand? Ain't nobody. Listen, we're making
I
this
feel
for
like the
us.
fan would pick at me if I used a fork. I feel like the fan would clown me if I used a fork on a funnel cake. Just tear up a piece, right? Okay. There you go. Right?
Go ahead.
All right. So this is my first taste of Peggy's first funnel cake.
You can be honest. You can be honest.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. This is very good. It's like a donut. It's like a cruller.
It's good.
It's very good.
Oh, look and see the dog over here. Because when we cook, sometimes we drop stuff and he just eat it and he grab it and run. So it's good.
I'll give it a 8.5.
Well, that's good for my first time. I'll take an 8.5. But this is the funnel cake. Get into it. That's the inside of it.
I feel like I had this before.
You did at the County Fair.
It's good.
It's good, but I couldn't eat a lot of it because it's sweet. Adding the vanilla and the sugar to it just made it a lot better. Yeah. So I don't have to cook dinner. That's Donald's dinner. I'm just playing. That is really, really good.
I bet that's how they make it at a fair, just like this.
Thank you, TikTok. I watched so many videos on it. I don't know who to give credit for it. I just got it off TikTok. Follow the directions on the box. Add a cap full of vanilla flavor, 3 tablespoons of sugar. And make sure your grease is very, very hot, because if it's not really hot, your funnel cake is going to be super greasy. It turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
It was my first time. I like it. Now, for those of you who have an Aldi's in your area, Aldi's has a funnel cake kit, and it even comes with the funnel that you can pour it out of. You know what I'm saying? So I know I saw another girl, she had it on her YouTube channel, and she did that, and it looked really, really good. So I just wanted to try it. I did. Honey Bunny seems to be in heaven. You see, he ain't stopped chewing yet. Look at him. Look at him. You know, it make you feel good when somebody like your food and stuff like that. But anyway, fam, I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the shower. We will see you in the next video. Your mind clear, player?
Mine is clear.
All
fam.
minds are clear.
Yeah.
All right, fam. Where
Hey,
Poo Poo? Poo Poo.
You out here.
Hey, Poo Poo.
Hey, y'all, make sure y'all stay tuned for a little walk with DJ. Y'all take it easy, fam, and remember to goddamn do something good for yourself.
And for others
as well. Y'all take it easy,
Have a
fam.
wonderful weekend, family. Be safe. Have lots of fun. God bless. All righty. Bye-bye.